no see. Hope everyone's doing well. Gonna go for a little walk. Why not? It's a nice day. Right now we're starting at the art gallery, National Art Gallery. It's a big statue of Mama. We're gonna go for a walk into the red zone where all the protests were. Go take a little walk around there, see what we see. Maybe talk to a couple people if we're lucky. Yeah, then all goes well. Go for a little walk. But I hope everyone's doing well. Wow, has the world changed since the Freedom Convoy is kind of dissipated a bit into the fringes, and the whole People's Convoy is going on in the States and around, and that's cool. But yeah, the war and everything is kind of crazy. Really hard to follow. There's so much information and disinformation. Really hard thing to follow. What to believe. Even read today that picture of Trudeau and Queen Elizabeth was doctored, like where they're holding hands. Apparently that was photoshopped, you know. But what you can do with like Photoshop and the whole like deep fake technology now is just hi Flattown, doing well, doing great. It's not that cold. It's pretty nice out. It's approximately 10 minutes to 10 a.m. Ottawa time. But yeah, getting back into the deep fake things. Those things are really kind of cool, but really scary at the meantime. Like the whole ones with like Donald Trump and wow, yeah, pretty impressive technology. Makes you wonder what you can believe. So yeah, we'll take a walk through Majors Hill Park and we'll loop up. Yeah, this is pretty cool. It's kind of a bird's eye map of Ottawa. So right now, hey, get over here, gimbal. What are you doing? My gimbal's not behaving. Come on. There we go. So yeah, we are right here, and we're gonna kind of walk up through here, and Parliament's here, and we're gonna walk around here, and this loop here. If we actually take this whole loop around, really nice walk. If I have it in me, we'll do it. If not, we'll just go for a cool walk anyways. It's all good. So yeah, let's do it. It's the American Embassy. Yeah, really just blown away with the amount of wokeness that's just kind of, it was always there, but holy, did it ever proliferate. Everyone like changing the colors of their thumbnails and their avatars or gravatars, whatever they're called. Just, wow. And you gotta remember, like, the world's a stage, guys. Both sides are playing a game, and then there's guys like Klaus Schwab and George Soros in the background pulling the strings. That's Parliament Hill, and the Library of Parliament. Is that kind of building off to the right? Who said the photo was Photoshop? I'd have to look at it, but yeah, there's some people saying that it was photoshopped. Like, she's supposed to be at like Buckingham Palace or Windsor Palace as her permanent residence now that she's had the Rona, and she's not staying at Buckingham, but I think that picture was at Buckingham or something. I don't know. Point of the matter, it's hard to disseminate what is real and what is fake with the technology that we have. So yeah, Majors Hill Park, really nice park. Ottawa's eerily quiet today. Again, it's just, I I don't know. Where is everybody? It's nice out. Like, it's really nice out. And it's just not a lot of people out, you know? It's a bit of a ghost town. Yeah, I know it's like, it's still a bit early. It's, but even then. See, we're coming up behind Château-Laurier. We'll be on to Wellington Street very shortly. Kind of where the epicenter of that whole freedom convoy was. It was quite the 3 weeks, eh? Must say, thoroughly enjoyed myself and my time there. All the people I met. Just going through the footage. And just kind of hesitant to post some of the interviews with the truckers. Like, I don't know. I don't have necessarily a lot of interviews with truckers either, like long ones. Like I have a few, but I'm not sure if I feel like it could. There's malicious people out there, and I just I don't know. I don't know anymore, guys. Part of me just wants to peace out to my property and be a hermit. And part of me wants to just, you know, get on with life and just, yeah. Despite all the things happening globally, it's hard to decide what to do. Yeah, we're coming around the back end of the Château-Laurier. This is the Rideau Canal. My previous videos, we went on a nice skate. Not on this part. This is kind of the whole lock section. Really fascinating. So, like, basically there's a elevation change, obviously, and all of these areas fill up with water, and the boats come in, and it just gets. It's a whole process, and you have guys who hand crank park rangers. They hand crank the locks open and shut and fill them up. There's a really, really old part of Ottawa right here. Incredibly old part of Ottawa. Yeah, a lot of talk about the Queen. My guess is she's probably going to pass away this year. If the numbers are correct, should be sometime in May. They love numbers. I love numbers. Oh, the elites love numbers. Symbols and numbers. I saw the funniest video the other day. It was so I guess this Zelensky guy, the Ukrainian president, he gets to like meet all these actors like Sean Penn and Tom Cruise. And I watched this meeting of him with Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise is short. Like, I think he's like 5'6", if that. And Zelensky was like, they were meeting in their big like kind of presidential office, and Zelensky was like stood beside Tom Cruise, and Cruise towered over him. Like, is Zelensky like 5'3" or something? Like, it's really funny. Quite comical. And Zelensky was an actor. Yeah, he had a whole production company that was kind of, as far as I know, was put together by Soros and friends, and they created a program, a TV program, where Zelensky was a history teacher, and he made this big speech and eventually became like prime minister. And weird how it happened in reality. But yeah, and then like all his members that or his cabinet members that he keeps close to him are his friends, and they're like actors and owners of film companies and production companies, and yeah, slimy, like very, very, very crooked. Oh, you can actually go on the hill there. So yeah, we're riding. These are all the signs were. I wonder what happened to them all. I hope they went to a museum or something. Here, we'll take a quick run across to the War Memorial. So yeah, still blocked off down there. Gorgeous day. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a live stream today. I was kind of wanted to go out and see if I can get any footage of that. It's called the Amphibex. It's a icebreaker that breaks the ice on the Rideau River. If you go through my channel content, there's a couple awesome videos of it working. But yeah, it's out there, but just the where it was today wasn't conducive to good video. So I said, let's go for a walk and let's bring some people along if they wanna join. I love having you guys with me. I love reading your comments and responding to them. And you guys are great. Just like all you people around the world. Mind-boggling how this really became a global awakening. Yeah, it's almost surreal being back here, to tell you the truth. What's the sirens? I've been following that story about the iconic cafe that was on Slater. That was a bit of a gong show there with the police and whole ordeal with the owner Enrico and his family, and how everyone's kind of reached out and supported them. Incredible. Yeah. I know there's a give, send, go for him. I don't know the exact address, but I also know if you like Google like the iconic cafe and you find his website, you can buy gift certificates, and just like in the note to say, oh, this is just a gift, and that way they get money that way as well if you want to support them, because boy did they get screwed over, and I hope they get their fair share back once things get sorted out a bit. I hope a really good lawyer just takes these people to task. Oh, this is kind of cool. One little remnants. What do you call these? Like an embroidery? I guess. Sort of an embroidery. So yeah, that's Wellington. I guess it's restricted, but it seems like traffic can go on it. Not much happening down here, guys. It's nice. I like quiet. I'm a big fan of quiet. Especially like you do a lot of work around like loud machinery and chainsaws and stuff like that. It's nice to be around quiet. Leopards. Oh, you know this about me. I'm a bit of a bird nut. I posted a little YouTube short the other day of this really cheeky nuthatch bird. It was a new visitor to my feeding platform barbecue. Yeah, he's a funny little guy. Internal flames going strong. Not much happening though. Still kind of blocked off there. Very quiet. Call it any white supremacy in your community. Yeah. Weird too, all the anti-protesters too that were funded by like the unions, like the government unions. And really just weird. Like, I was watching a vid with the Rebel News there of Alexa approaching the kind of counter protesters, and it was cold. There's some cold people. Need some sunshine. Brighten up their life. Yeah, that's Parliament Hill. Not much accomplished there lately. Somebody sent me a comment, and it was in the video, my last video where I interviewed where I clipped out the interview of the soldier at the war memorial, and somebody in the comment kind of quoted a Chrystia Freeland, this quote just basically saying that, you know, I'm kind of amazed at how fast like a government can crumble when people come together. It's like, oh, she's a piece of work. Wow. Beautiful day. Let's go for a walk, folks. Yes. No drones in the sky today. Yeah, just, you know, watching the footage of the truckers and the other convoy members recovering their vehicles from the Conroy Road storage yard, and the shape their vehicles were left in, the broken windows and being ransacked and looted, and yeah, a lot of damage was done to the trucks too, like in the towing process. Unfortunate. It looks like everyone, I don't know about that everyone, but it looks like people have helped out and people are getting their stuff sorted out, trying to live within the stupid constraints that have been given to them by the law enforcement. Yeah. I'm watching one live stream. Is it live from the shed? So it was that truck that was kind of in the center of the action there during the Freedom Convoy, that had the right in front of Parliament, that had the shed on the back of the flatbed with a big kind of observation deck. So those guys there, they got a pretty decent thing going on. They're on with Viva Frey the other night and interviewing Enrico there from the iconic cafe. Yeah, it's interesting to just kind of hear what's happening, and people, I guess a lot of people connected, and you know, I heard some of the guys like Saba and the gang are gonna do a little tour with bouncy castles and whatnot, and go just meet people. I think once the nicer weather comes in a few short weeks, we're gonna see a lot of people just out in the boot. You're saying Canada? Oh, love this woman's jacket. Look at this.
Morning.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Good. Just live streaming. I don't know if you got a moment. My channel is Machines Everywhere. Pretty popular live stream. Do you have any thoughts and feelings you want to share about the world, where the Freedom Convoy has been, what's happening in Ukraine? Anything, share your thoughts and feelings.
I stand with the people on everything. I am tired of what's going on. There's a lot of privilege in both sides. Yelling at people to take their masks off doesn't help. The science doesn't help. Right now, people should be worried that we're losing the right to protest.
Absolutely. Totally agree. And yourself, man?
I'm here to praise the Lord.
To praise the Lord?
Praise the Lord, walk in His ways of who He says that we are, and to bring the people together. Because we must be one, and we must come together as Canada and all of the world. Like I said, there's only two tribes, the tribe of Israel and the tribe of Judah. We are the tribe of Judah. All of us are brothers and sisters. We've always been. So I'm here to lift the men back up into their where they must be, so they can lift the women up of where we must be equal with one another. Not above, nobody's above, and nobody's beyond. The the government, the RCMP, and the Vatican have signed an agreement to annihilate us. So, and we do not want total annihilation of the whole entire world.
No.
Because we are made in the image of God. You kill me, God will kill you. Trust me on that.
Thank you,
can
dear.
believe me on it. Because you know what? We were never supposed to kill one another. That was back when Cain was in that day. Now He's teach us to be who we are in Christ, and He says, love one another as He has loved us. He is Jesus, and Jesus is the only one, and He's coming. We must get ready. We must make ourselves one, and we must make sure that He does find faith in us. That's
Thank you
when
for
He
sharing your
comes.
thoughts. Thank you, guys.
God bless your heart.
God bless you. Where are you guys from?
I'm from BC.
BC?
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan? Thank you. Machines Everywhere is my channel. So guys, you never know what people are gonna say. That's kind of the beauty of the live stream is, I don't know. I'm still new to this too. But yeah, just I'll wait till this truck goes by here. But that's just it, you know. I would say like a vast majority of people just want love and peace, and that's all they want. That's how they're feeling, and the fear that is being foisted on us is meant to cripple us. It's meant to cripple us mentally, spiritually, physically, and as a group, we got to overcome this fear and realize how powerful we are. You know? And she had a beautiful outfit. Looked like something from our Canadian North, something Inuit. Beautiful, beautiful stuff they have up there. Their outfits and their carvings. Beautiful people, really. Taking down the Christmas lights. It's the season, I guess. Supreme Court. So yeah, we're walking down Wellington. We're gonna do a nice loop around. We'll get a good view of the Ottawa River for a good part of the walk. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of seems like everything's back to normal-ish down here. Seeing the videos of all the truckers and the People's Convoy circling the ring road there in Washington, D.C. Pretty cool. Pretty amazing. They got lots of bouncy castles. This is where all the street hockey was. Hey, those stuffed animals are still there. In the previous video, you can see across the street, there's all these stuffed animals. Amazing that they're still there. Supreme Court, and that's Quebec on the other side, where we are actually going to go to Quebec. We are going to cross provinces. Yep, we're doing some inter-provincial travel. How's that? Yeah, Quebec's a pretty sweet place. Going to be walking into Hull, I guess. Gatineau Hull. This whole area back in the day, it was all a logging town, big logging town. So yeah, you'd have logs that floating in the Ottawa that you had log runners dancing on, and they would guide them towards the various mills that were along the shore. National Library and Archives. Oh, looking forward to spring, that's for sure. Spent a night up at my camp and shoveled probably like 2 tons of snow off the roof of the RV. The old girl probably appreciated that. Nice little campfire with my son. Watched a little bit of Astro Boy on DVD. I don't know, you folks remember that show, Astro Boy? That's going back a bit. Really kind of fascinating show. Like, I watched it when I was a kid. Shows you how old I am. But watching it now, the whole premise of the AI and the robotics, and there's this whole kind of, and government that's separate for robots, and there's all these rules regarding I guess robots being sentient, and just really fascinating concepts, and some of them are frighteningly becoming true, weird enough. But yeah, really great animation for something from the 80s. That's Quebec over there, where we're walking to. Yeah, just trying to wrap my whole head around global happenings right now. It's really, there's so much to see, and there's so much to pick apart. So we're coming onto Portage Bridge. The War Museum down there. So, walking towards Quebec. So hopefully in the next few weeks, downtown is going to look a little more lively. Apparently, the government has told their agencies to start bringing people back to the office. Rumor has it Ontario is going to drop their mask mandate on 21st of March. About time. It'll be good to see the face diapers go. Koros wants to know more about Astro Boy. Now, Astro Boy is he's a robot who was created by this Dr. Peabody, I think. And yeah, he's got like rockets in his feet, and he has all these like kind of Inspector Gadget like capabilities. And he's just basically a superhero that fights for like robot rights, and just real fascinating show, to be honest. We have like a DVD box set of 5 discs, you know. We have this funny old flip down DVD player in the RV that came with the bus when I bought it. Yeah, it works pretty swimmingly actually. It's got like a little flip down screen and everything. Yeah, we got all the Lord of the Ring movies, and you know, funny movies like Groundhog Day and stuff like that. Stuff to keep yourself entertained on a rainy day. So this is Victoria Island. This is a native territory, like it's almost like I think like almost reserve status. Like it's very sacred land. Like on the tip they have, I think it's almost like a little compound, I guess. I haven't been on here in a while. It's all fenced off. This is a kind of historic building of some sort. It's not in use. Probably get some cool photographs in there with the right lighting. Remember I did a tree job once, and the customer, they had like a building like this, like not that part, but like this kind of like style, and it was like a whole like stone wall with like no roof, and they'd rent the area out to weddings and stuff. They had like a outdoor fireplace. It was really neat. They had all these like, you know, mood lights everywhere. Kind of really unexpected stuff you see. So yeah, crossing over. That's like the whole way over there is like Chaudière Falls, ZB, which is like a whole new development that's kind of built onto the rocks in the shoreline. This is the mighty Ottawa. Yeah. Good fishing in there. Some big sturgeon and walleye and bass, all sorts of stuff. Nice view of Parliament way down there. So yeah. And then basically we're gonna go for a nice walk along the shore, and we'll come up onto Alexandra Bridge, and we'll wrap it up at the art gallery way over there. It's all good. I like walking. And if you're enjoy coming along, I appreciate that. It's wonderful to have you folks. Listen to me ramble. Yeah. I remember, see the bus that went by, this is kind of another lifetime. I was a bike messenger, and we'd start from that archives building we just walked behind, and you'd do this thing called drafting. So you'd time it where the hull bus would start way up there, and you get right in, you tuck behind on your bicycle, and you get into the slipstream, and the bus gets going, you know, a good 70, 80k an hour on this stretch, and you're right there in the slipstream with like your front tire like a foot or two away from the back bumper. And sometimes I was on like a normal bike, but sometimes I was on the fixed gear too. So with a fixed gear, there's no gliding. You have to like pedal the speed of the rotation of the tires. So doing like 70, 80k an hour, your legs are about to come out of your hip sockets. But yeah, you do these crazy drafts across here because, like, obviously a bike messenger, you want to get your packages and your shit done as quickly as possible. Yeah, because this is like all these are phase buildings. So you have like phase 3, phase 2, phase 1, Indian Northern Affairs over there. Yeah, there's a whole like crazy government complex. You want to get lost in there. And the civic hospital, the underground tunnels and the civic hospital. I will never forget that, how lost I got in that place. And then you lose like radio contact with your dispatch. You're like, oh no. Yeah. But yeah, crazy things you did when you're full of piss and vinegar in your 20s. See, this guy's got a fixed gear. You see how his pedals, just talking about it. See how his pedals move with the bike like that? That's a fixed gear. So basically, you can stop. It's like kind of a back pedal brake almost, but obviously not. And you can do like backwards circles. You can pedal backwards circles. You can do, you know, crazy skids where you just lock up your legs, and yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, definitely a bit of a bicycle nerd. So yeah, this is like the bike path. I wish they'd maintain these. It'd be really nice. But then in a sense, it's nice too because people use these paths for cross-country skiing. So there's no tracks right now, but some nice artwork too. Look at that. You know what that reminds me of? This is going back to the 80s. Remember those Mad Balls? They were like these foam balls that had crazy like monster faces and ghoul faces and stuff. Yeah, Mad Balls. I remember that. Crazy. Yeah, big fan of graffiti. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Some very talented people. All right, let's walk. Oh, what a nice day. Yeah, walking is about to be good. at that, guys. So yeah, we are in Quebec right now. La belle province. Yeah, Ottawa's quite a beautiful place. It's very, very blessed with nature and wide open spaces. The municipal borders are massive. You could fit like Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, and probably Montreal, all in the Ottawa area. That's how big Ottawa is. So what do you think about gas prices, folks? It's a little bit disheartening. Wow. I got an old Toyota at half a tank, and I filled up a 25-liter jerry can, and it cost me over $100. And heart palpitations. Oop. Missed that there. I'll scroll back a bit there. It's hard to see. My screen's really bright, or it's really bright out and it's hard to see my screen. Okay, thanks Kumi, thanks for the walk. No problem. Glad you're enjoying it. Much appreciated. Not necessary, but much appreciated. I'll buy a coffee, or a cup of coffee and a toasted coconut donut, maybe. A couple German Dab beers, like those Dab Dark, great German beer. Yeah, diesel too. Diesel, holy doodle. I couldn't imagine. Just, it's mind-boggling. Like, part of me is like my car is reasonable. Like what? We drove up to the camp and back, and then a bit of driving, and that took the half tank. And that's what? Probably close to 400, 350, 400 kilometers. So it's not bad, you know. But yeah, part of me is like, should I invest in a little Prius C or something, or should we just go full on e-bike? I don't know. Oh, look at the raven. Can you see that, guys? I love ravens. I always wanted a pet raven. One of those weird dreams. Listen to that. It's huge. A very kind person here. Clearview Investigations. Thank you very much. Have a coffee on me from a fat private eye in Alberta. Thank you for your work covering the Freedom Convoy in February. It was epic. Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I really enjoyed getting this truth out to all you folks. Just incredible to see the humanity and people come together and treat each other like they should, and be, you know, like just treating people with dignity and respect, and coming together for a cause that's so important. Yeah, ravens or something else. Crows too. We have these near the Saint Laurent shopping mall and the OC Transpo bus garage. the crows, they have their whole roosting area, or at least one group of crows that the ones I follow, and so these murder of crows, they roost in this area, and like every morning and every night they leave and they come back, and it's quite neat to see them all like flying back to spend the night, and real fascinating critters. All the corvid, the crows and ravens are called corvids, and myna birds and all those kind of things fall under corvidae. Yeah, those pesky blue jays, they're pretty funny too. So that's Parliament. Yeah, to somebody in the comments, they mate for life too. That's incredible. And they live a long time. Like crows, I know they can live over 20 years. Imagine ravens are probably like 30, 40 years. Another lifetime when I was a wee guy, we inherited an Amazon green parrot from my grandfather, and we had it for quite a few years after he passed away, and that bird was in his 60s, I believe. Like I was really young at the time, but that bird was in its 60s when we got it, and it still lived. It was probably like almost 70 years old when it passed away. Incredible. Yeah, thing could speak a little bit of English and Spanish, and I was pretty young, so I just kind of remember bits and pieces of the bird. Her name was Laura. I remember that. Yeah, apparently her grandfather brought it back with him when he went to war. The sound of the seagulls is really nice too. Yeah, spectacular day. I always wonder too, what do the crows and the ravens, like, what do they think about us? I always wonder, that kind of stuff. What do they talk about? Probably think we're dicks. That's just the pessimist in me. I think I'm a firm believer that there's way more good than evil in the world, though. 100%. Freedom Convoy being a prime example. Yeah, the mighty Ottawa. Beautiful. So that's the back end of Parliament Hill there. Stunning. It's really, really nice in the spring and summer too. So many people on this path. Polluted with bicycles and pedestrians and rollerbladers and longboarders and people walking their dogs. I'd be surprised if there's people that walk their cats on this path too. we're coming up on the Museum of Civilization. Very, very cool building. I should remember the name of the architect, but I don't. That's the whole Alexandra Bridge. Big steel expanse built by the Davidson Foundation Company in Vanier. Little tugboat, the Missinabee. Yeah, that's so much cool features and the domes and a lot of cool stuff in there too. Oh, they got some nice collections. I guess I want to go this way. See what I mean? But there's like not a lot of people out. It's like people are just like, I don't know. Tesuat. So here we'll read this. So this is I guess Kitchigan Zibi is or Anishinaabe. Oh man, there's so many tribes. The Anishinaabe, I think it is, language, and then there's French, then English, and then well, come on, Gimbal. And so this says everyone who traveled the Kitchizibi, the Ottawa River, had to pay a toll to the Anishinaabe Algonquin chief Tesuat. He and his people controlled the flow of the river traffic and the trade from where they lived on Morrison Island. A talented orator and diplomat, the one-eyed chief was an undisputed leader and warrior feared by his enemies. A man of vision, he was a party to the first major alliance between the First Nations and the Europeans. He remained independent and defended his people's way of life until his death in 1636. Yeah. Badass. It's crazy, like cudgel. You know, it's a cudgel of some sort. Insane. Yeah, so this whole area was like big encampments and trading, like a trading post and stuff. Like up where we took the video of the ice being blown up, that was a huge encampment there. Yeah, really fascinating. Even some of the old maps, like I enjoy metal detecting and researching the old maps of Ottawa, and a lot of the street names represented the family names that owned the huge plots of land. You know, like Rockcliffe area was owned by the McKay family. Rothwell Heights was owned by the Rothwells, and like huge swaths of land, like thousands of acres. Like these folks were like big time property owners, and then things over the years got divided up. You know, like families like the Johnson, like Johnson Avenue, Plant, the Plant Avenue in Hunt Club. Like they're just like huge farms that people owned in this area, whether they're, you know, bought or bequeathed to them by the royal family and all that. And then on top of it, it's all native territory that got stolen from them. And given these treaties with very one-sided outcomes, and usually all the time it was the native people that got screwed over. Not much has changed. Christ, we still got numerous reserves here that don't even have clean drinking water. In fact, Kitigan-Zibi, which is just north of here, before Maniwaki, like 2 hours away, I don't even think they have clean drinking water there. So this is the Voyageur bike path. A really, really good bike path. Zip along here, you end up at the casino into Lac Lemay, and then you can like continue on and get into the Gatineau Park. Really, really nice ride. All sorts of cool little undulations and lots of trees and nature. Quite a nice ride. Yeah, they have a little marina here. They have like tour boats in the summer, tours that go out, party boats. We're going to walk up onto the Alexandra Bridge here. Beautiful day for a walk. This is, I'm not sure if it starts here or on the other side of the bridge over there, but I think this is Jacques Cartier Park, or at least part of it. In regular times, we have Winterlude in Ottawa in February, and the Jacques Cartier Park, they build like a huge snow park with snow slides, and it's quite the endeavor. Yeah, and then all Dow's Lake and Confederation Park near City Hall, they have like ice carvings, and yeah, it's quite a, Winterlude's great. Really like Winterlude. Alright, so let's walk up over here. Oh, I can't wait till all this snow is gone. We lost a lot of it the other day. We had a day that was like, I think almost like plus 13 Celsius. That melted so much stuff. So creepy when it gets that warm and then it drops like back down below zero. Sometimes you get some pretty huge temperature swings in Ottawa. This is a statue of Maurice Richard. So he was a famous hockey player for the Montreal Canadiens. Actually, funny story. I remember another bike messenger race where one of the checkpoints was you had to count how many eyelets were on his skate. You had to make it to this spot, and on your manifest, one of the questions was how many eyelets were on Maurice Richard's skate. So you had to figure out where this statue was and get there before everyone else, if you can. And then, yeah, it's kind of that was a big part of the messenger races. They're kind of like that scavenger hunt style. Really cool. Some of the most random spots, so hard to find sometimes. Sometimes you wouldn't find them at all, and there'd only be that one little smarty pants who would know where it is. Okay, going up on the other side of the so yeah, this is Hull. Boulevard Confederation, Alexandra, Alumetière. It's funny, I haven't heard much in the news about like City Hall or, you know, anything from Jim or anything from Ottawa Police. You know, I haven't heard anything from like Steve Bell. Curious to know what those people, don't really care in particular, but curious to know. Haven't heard from them in a while. So this is kind of neat. This is like on the Alexandra Bridge, they have this boardwalk. It's fun to rip along here on my longboard, and the sound that it makes with the wheels. Fortunately, when you're humming along at 30-something k an hour, and it gives people heart palpitations when you come up behind them. It's somewhat amusing, but I guess it's scary for some people. I don't know what's scarier, the silent bike that flies by you at 40k an hour, or the longboard that's making the craziest noise. You just don't know what it is. Bridge is old. I think this bridge is like 1900 or 1901. And they also call this one, yeah, I think is it interprovincial bridge? Yeah. Or is that interprovincial bridge? I'm confused. Anyways, it's old. So yeah, that's a nice view of the museum. All the neat lines, eh? Oh, I saw in the comments there that Steve Bell spoke up yesterday, still BSing. Yeah, him and his weird tics. You notice that? Him and Christia. Watch the videos of Christia Freeland. These people have these weird tics. Like I don't know. What's up with that? Spot. Yeah, beautiful view, guys. It was encouraging when we had that little warm spell the other day. I saw people out in their shorts and t-shirts, and it's encouraging. It's a little bit windy. I got my kind of makeshift wind muff on, so could be worse. Nice to go for a walk, and it's always nice to go for a walk. See a different place. I remember one time, kind of funny story, and you can kind of see it, those apartment buildings right there. Friends of ours, they have family there, and it was Canada Day. Yes, it was Canada Day, and we were in one of those apartments, and the snowbirds and an F-18 blew by those apartments so close that like it was crazy. It's just like you felt like you're in the middle of the action, that's for sure. Yeah, the Snowbirds are Canada's aerobatics team, like a demonstration team. They use these old Tudor jets, they're called. There's kind of training jets. They do pretty cool stunts. And the F-18 is kind of our primary fighter jet. You hear that story, and this is a bit of an interesting story. So Poland is offering up like something like 20 something MiG-29 jets, which is a Soviet jet, and offering up to, I'm not sure directly to Ukraine, or they're going to bring them to Ramstein Air Base in Germany and kind of let the US and NATO distribute them. And and part of the deal is they're going to give away these jets, but the US is going to give them F-16s and the kind of the all-encompassing like plan to take care of them, and the warranty package, as you could say. Yeah, there's deals like that happening all over, and like I'm trying to figure out too, like, so they were able to freeze people's financial assets and bank accounts and stuff over the Freedom Convoy, but meanwhile you're allowed to send money to pretty much directly to the Ukrainian army and to fund a war that's, any way you look at it, people are going to die, and that's okay. The hypocrisy in this world is mind-boggling. Always has been, and as we go on in time, it's getting more just bizarre. Like all these, just the shadiness. And just remember too, like all these people, all these leaders, they're puppets. Like Putin, he's a puppet. He talks with Klaus like buddy. Like he was a young global leader. Like he was one of the first young global leaders. Him and Klaus are buddies. Like all these folks, they're all in this together. It's unfortunate that these people have a very big agenda that they want to accomplish, and they don't give a shit whether it affects you or not. And it does affect you terribly, because like a big part of this whole conflict in Ukraine is to create hyperinflation globally, and create crazy food insecurity. Like Hungary, for example, basically stopped shipping wheat around the world, and Hungary is a huge exporter of wheat globally. So just them saying they're going to stop producing or trading wheat is going to devastate Europe. Like like this is, what do you think they talk about at Davos? Like this is the kind of this stuff they've been planning for years. I'm happy people are starting to wake up to this, but wow, we got hoodwinked. Yeah, coming up behind Parliament and the art gallery, getting pretty close to where we began. And we'll wrap it up where we began too. So a few minutes there. And everyone who joined today, really thankful and grateful. And those folks who super chatted, God bless you. God bless all of you, but the support is very, very much appreciated. This is a really cool building. They got some nice stuff in there if you're into the art. They have a little bit of everything. I think the most expensive piece though is that statue we started under there, Mama, the big spider. I think she's actually the most expensive piece of artwork in the gallery. Factor in inflation, she's probably worth over 8 million right now. A couple cool ones. The Voice of Fire. Very simple, but holy crap, is it worth a lot of money. Notre Dame Cathedral. Nice church. And inside the gallery they have this like cool ramp that just like it's a very low grade, and it walks up into the kind of the greenhouse. My favorite room in the gallery though is this it's kind of like a meeting room, I guess, and it has a glass roof that has a little pond on top, and there's all sorts of just glass tile everywhere, and it's a really cool room. Like, I think if I had the big bucks and the means, I would definitely have a room like that. And that's Mama. So I think that's where we're gonna end this live stream. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope everyone has a wonderful day, and yeah, God bless, and thanks for everything. See you on the next one.